Good morning, everyone. My name is Colleen Hernandez with CGI Business Solutions. Some of you may know me from past meetings. We are meeting today to discuss your open enrollment. The benefits that we're going to be reviewing today are going to begin on December 1st. So the plan elections that you make now will not start until December 1st and will run through November 30th, 2021. It is important that you understand the plans that you're choosing because this is the only time that you're able to make any changes unless you have a qualifying event. Qualifying events are going to be situations such as if you get married, you can bring your new spouse on the plan. If you are covered under a spouse's plan and you lose coverage, then you're able to jump on this plan. If you have a baby, you can bring the baby on. If you get divorced, you can kick your spouse off the plan. However, the plan itself is still going to remain the same. It's just who's covered under that plan that would change. So again, I just want to make sure that everybody understands the benefits we're reviewing. So if you have any questions throughout the presentation, please don't hesitate to ask. I will also be available via telephone. If you have a question that you don't feel comfortable asking in front of anybody else, please don't hesitate to give me a call. The Benefits at a Glance does have my contact information, and I'll also be putting my contact information up at the end. I am pleased to announce that we are able to renew with the same carriers. Your Aetna plans themselves have changed a little bit, but we are still within the Aetna program. So network of doctors have remained exactly the same. Your additional benefits, your dental, vision, and the life insurance remained exactly the same, no changes to those at all. As a little reminder, on the bottom of the first page of the Benefits at a Glance, there's some information on how you can locate a participating provider for both your medical and your dental. Please keep in mind that you do have the option of covering dependent children on both of these plans up until the age of 26. Let's turn to the next page and take a little deeper dive into your medical benefits. 4 different medical plans to choose from. They all use the exact same network, which is going to be Aetna's Select Open Access Network. So if your doctor takes the very first plan, that means he also takes plans 2, 3, and 4, and vice versa. A couple of different things I wanted to talk about in regards to the benefits. I'm not going to go over every single line because you guys can read that on your own, but I did want to point out a couple of things. The very first plan, the Aetna AFA OAAS 7350 100% plan. This is a copay plan. You have a copay for a primary care provider. So if you go to your general practitioner, you're going to walk in, you're going to walk out, and all you're going to pay is $40. Care at CVS Minute Clinic, absolutely free, as well as preventative services done at your doctor's office, no charge to you. All of the other services that we're going to discuss as the commonly utilized services require you to first satisfy your deductible. So in the event that you need to see a specialist, you may do so with no referral necessary, but you will have to satisfy your deductible. Your deductible on this plan is $7,350. After that, there's no coinsurance. You'll only have copays. I'm going to get into a little bit more what that means. So if you were to go to the specialist and see an orthopedic, and the contracted rate for that orthopedic hypothetically is $120, you will pay $120 for that service. Once you have satisfied that $7,350 deductible, if you see that same specialist the next time after your deductible has been satisfied, you'll be responsible for that $80 copay. until you reach $8,150 for an individual or $16,300 for a family. This is a great plan if you are the type of person who is healthy, doesn't really go to the doctor, needs it just in case something were to happen to you. Maybe you only go to the doctors once or twice a year to get a physical, maybe you have a cold. Great plan. It's going to be the most affordable per check for you and has coverage for the primary care with a straight copay and generic prescriptions with a $10 copay. Any other prescription drugs, you are responsible first to satisfy your deductible before the copay for preferred brand or non-preferred brands kicks in. Specialty drugs, you're responsible for a percentage of the cost of that drug up into a particular amount after you satisfy your deductible again. Couple things about the deductible and out-of-pocket maximum. Both of these are calendar year. That means if you are currently enrolled in the Fitnessmith plan and you have already satisfied part or all of your deductible and out-of-pocket maximum, that dollar amount will stay with you until January 1st, 2021. Once that clock strikes midnight and it becomes 2021, everybody's deductible and out-of-pocket maximum reverts back to zero. Any questions about this plan? Okay. The next plan we're going to discuss is the OAAS Essentials Plan. On this plan, you have a copay for more services, including primary care. You also have a copay for a specialist now. You have the copay for urgent care still, and then other services are going to be subject to the deductible and coinsurance. This plan, your deductible is still $7,350. After you satisfy your deductible, there is going to be cost share though. So if you were hospitalized after you reach your deductible, then you would pay 20% while Aetna pays the remaining 80% until you reach your out-of-pocket maximum of $8,150 for an individual, $16,300 for a family. The out-of-pocket maximum is the end-all, be-all, worst-case scenario amount of money you're going to pay in any given calendar year. What that means is once you satisfy that deductible and out-of-pocket maximum, the rest of your care and treatment will be absolutely free to you as long as it is a covered service. On this plan, you do gain copays for brand name and specialty medications. The next plan that we're going to talk about works very differently than the other plans that we've spoken about. The next plan is the AFA OAAS 2250 HSA account. The first two plans we've talked about, you have a copay for primary care doctors, urgent care, and also generic medications. Straight copay. You walk in, you walk out, you pay that copay. There are absolutely no covered services on this HSA eligible plan until after your deductible has been satisfied. Your deductible on this plan is $2,250 for an individual, $4,500 for a family. Once you satisfy your deductible, you'll have copays on this plan. So if you then go to the doctors, it'll cost $30. If you go to the emergency room, it's $500. All of that is rolling towards that out-of-pocket maximum, which on this plan is $3,450 for an individual, $6,900 for a family. Your prescription drugs on this plan, you're also required to satisfy the deductible before you have any cost sharing. That is including generic medication as well. The benefit of this plan is, number one, you have a lower deductible, lower out-of-pocket maximum, and you have a special tax advantage if you enroll in this plan. If you enroll in this plan and this plan only, you will have the option to enroll in a health savings account where you can put money away tax-free into a special banking account to use for qualified medical expenses. We're going to talk more about that in just a moment. Any questions about the plan so far? Next plan is a copay plan. This is heavy in copays, so you're going to see more copays on this plan than on the other plans that we've already discussed. Copays for a doctor, specialist, emergency room, urgent care. Other commonly utilized services such as lab, x-ray, imaging, and hospitalization, they are subject to your deductible and coinsurance. Deductible on this plan is $500 for an individual, $1,000 for a family. Then you're responsible for 20%, while Aetna pays the 80%, up until your out-of-pocket maximum of $4,000 for an individual, $8,000 for a family. Prescription drugs, you have coverage right away, no deductible requirement on generic, brand, and non-preferred drugs. When it comes to specialty medication, you're responsible for 20% for any preferred specialty medication up until $250. Non-preferred specialty medication, you're responsible for 40% up until you pay $500 for that medication. Couple generic things about all of the plans. Regardless of the plan that you choose, where you seek care and treatment is going to affect how much you pay. In order of cost to you being the member, you're going to be able to get care and treatment at CVS at the lowest rate possible. Then you have care in the primary care, so your regular general practice doctor, a specialist, urgent care, and then the most expensive place to receive care and treatment is going to be the emergency room. Whenever possible, I would urge those of you to go to the most affordable place to you. Not only is it going to be the most affordable, but a lot of times it is the less aggravating. I know that if I have a choice between urgent care and emergency room, I'm always going to choose urgent care. However, you do need to decide if this is something that can be treated in an urgent care center versus an emergency room. Urgent care centers are great for, I sliced my finger, I need some stitches, I fell, I twisted my ankle, let me get an x-ray, make sure nothing's broken. If you are having difficulty breathing, if you pass out, if you are having chest pains, please go directly to the emergency room and do not go to the urgent care center. The urgent care center is going to send you to the emergency room anyway, and then you're stuck with two bills, one for the urgent care center and one for the emergency room. So you as the consumer need to weigh things out and decide where is going to be the most cost-effective place that can treat you effectively. Another thing that I wanted to mention is out-of-network coverage. All of the plans have in-network coverage only. However, in the event that you are injured and it is a true emergency, please go to the nearest emergency room and it'll be treated as if you were in network, even if the facility is not within your Aetna network. True emergencies are not, hey, I am in Colorado and my throat is feeling a little scratchy, my ears are a little tight, I think I'm going to go to the emergency room and get an antibiotic before I come home. True emergency would be, hey, I'm skiing in Colorado, I fell, I broke my leg, they're going to take me to the closest emergency room and it'll be treated as if you were in the network. The example of, hey, I'm in Colorado, I'm not feeling well, my throat is hurting, my ear is hurting, is going to be a great use of Teladoc which we'll talk about in a couple minutes. You can access Teledoc's network of live medical doctors 24/7 anywhere in the world. So great benefit to use there. Last thing I want to talk about in regards to your Aetna plan is medication. If you take maintenance medication, which is a medicine that you take every single month, such as cholesterol pills, maybe you take something for blood pressure, whatever you're taking routinely every single month, Aetna is requiring you to either fill a 90-day supply at CVS or via mail order. They will allow you to get 2 regular 30-day supplies at a local pharmacy, and then they're going to require you to switch to a 90-day supply. Again, either via CVS retail pharmacy, you can walk into any CVS, get a 90-day supply, or via mail order. If you choose not to do either one of those, Aetna is not going to cover your prescription drug. If you find yourself in that situation where you have a maintenance medication, Aetna will reach out to you specifically and advise you, hey, this is a medication that you're going to need to either fill at CVS or via mail order. You will get a letter directly from Aetna. Your pharmacist should also be telling you this, but even if they don't, you will receive a letter from Aetna, so be on the lookout. Questions about the medical plan so far?
Colleen, this is Antonio.
Yeah. Hello, how are you?
Very good. Yourself?
I'm doing
Colleen,
well, thank you.
Two questions regarding the non-network. You were giving us the example of skiing in Colorado.
Yep.
So that means that if I am in any state, the only thing that is covered is the emergency, is what you said?
Nope, that is not true. So Aetna has a national network, so it is quite possible that you can find an in-network physician in the state that you are visiting. However, emergencies, it doesn't matter if you go in-network or out-of-network, you're going to go anywhere and it's going to be covered as if you were in-network. But let's say I was in Colorado and I wasn't feeling well. What I would need to do is just plug in the zip code where I am on Aetna.com right over here, follow the instructions, and it will point me to a participating provider that's close to where I'm staying. In the event that there is none, because there are going to be very small pockets where Aetna may not have a provider, very rural locations, then Teladoc is available. However, yes, this is a national plan, so even if you're traveling, you should have the ability to see an in-network doctor.
Okay, and I have more questions. Another question is, this plan does not cover overseas, correct?
Only emergency overseas.
Only emergency overseas.
Correct.
And in the case, for example, because all those columns are so confused, in the case of, for example, I have to do an X-ray, I have to do CT scan. I'm just going over the first column, the plan, the 7350.
Yep.
If I have to go through an X-ray or a CT scan, that means I have to pay in this particular option everything from my pocket if I have to go over an X-ray or a CT scan?
That is correct. You would have to pay whatever the contracted rate is for that service. So X-rays can run you maybe anywhere from $25 to $150, depending upon what you're getting X-rayed. CT scans are going to be a little more expensive. On Aetna, when you sign in as a member, there's actually a cost simulator, and they can help you find the most affordable place for services, including CAT scans, MRIs, PET scans, based upon your zip code. So what you do is you type in the type of service that you need and your zip code, and it's going to tell you how much it will cost at each of the different places close to you.
Another specific case, for example, in either one of those four options, I'm just thinking if I have to go to a specialist for a colonoscopy, how it works if I have to go through a colonoscopy, how the colonoscopy will be paid,
so
please?
It depends upon your particular situation. If it is a preventative colonoscopy, because you are over the age of 50 and it is just randomly recommended that you have one because you're of that age, then it'll be covered at no cost to you. However, if you go to the gastro and you're having stomach pain and he suggests that you have a colonoscopy done to see what is going on, that is going to be considered outpatient surgery and will fall into that category and therefore subject to the deductible and any cost sharing, whether it be the copay after the deductible or co-insurance after your deductible.
But in this particular case, it won't be because of the stomach pain. It will be because of the reaching age that, as you know, over 50 years old, you have to go through this every 5 years.
It's 10 years. The frequency, they consider it every 10 years to be preventative, and then it will be covered at no cost to you. That falls under the preventative services bucket, which in this bucket you also have annual physicals. You have well child exams, you have immunization for your children, you have well woman, you have pap smears, mammograms, and the colonoscopies.
So it will be no cost at all in either of those four options?
That is correct. As long as it is a preventative service, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Colleen.
My pleasure. Any other questions?
I have one question. This is Luis Flores.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. I'm trying to, because I have my baby. And,
congratulations.
what do you recommend? Because, you know, you have a more experience with me in these benefits, the insurance.
So what I would say is if you want to give me a call afterwards, we can talk about your particular situation, and I can help you pick the plan that's going to be best for you and your family.
Yeah, because I see the pay, you know, and one is 206 employer and children, and the other one is 250 by check. You know, we honest, you know.
I know.
It's a lot of money.
I completely understand. So you and I will talk about your situation after the call. You give me a call and we'll talk about the different options, okay?
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Any other questions, generic questions about the plan itself?
You guys?
Okay. Let's move on to page 3. Page 3 is that special savings account that I talked about. This is only available if you enroll in the OAAS 2250 100% medical plan. In the event that you enroll in this plan, you have the option of opening a health savings account. A health savings account is a bank account. It is your bank account. So if you were to leave Fitnessmith, that money stays with you. This money then can be used for qualified medical expenses. So you're going to take money from your paycheck every single paycheck. Maybe you make one lump sum deposit, whatever the case may be. This money is going to be a tax-free benefit that you're putting away to save to use for qualified medical expenses. Qualified medical expenses include not only your medical expenses covered by your medical insurance, but also dental and vision expenses. The amount of money that you put into this account is regulated by the IRS and subject to maximums. If you enroll with yourself only, you can put no more than $3,550 in the 2020 calendar year, and 2021 it is increasing to $3,600. In 2020, if you enroll with dependent children, you can put $7,100 in. It's going to move up to $7,200 in the 2021 calendar year. You also have the ability to contribute an extra $1,000 if you are over 55. Beginning just January 1st of this year, the list of qualified medical expenses has expanded, and a more detailed list is on Employee Navigator, but here are some newly covered services, including over-the-counter medications now, which were not covered previously. Page number 4 just talks about ways to help you save money with prescription drugs. You do not need to be covered by Aetna in order to take advantage of these programs. Walmart, you can get generics for $4 for a 30-day supply, $10 for a 90-day supply. Same thing at Winn-Dixie. Publix offers free antibiotics and some routine maintenance medication. Also, GoodRx, which is a very valuable resource, especially if you enroll in a plan that is subject to the deductible for any of your medication. GoodRx, you can go online, type in the name of the medication and your zip code, and pharmacies in the area that cover that drug will appear. It's also going to tell you how much they cost for you to fill that medication at that pharmacy. In addition, if there is a manufacturer's coupon, it will be listed on that website. Next page just talks a little bit more about your Aetna site. As I had mentioned earlier, you can actually see costs and coverage on your website, so they can compare costs for a service at different providers within your area. But you can also find an in-network doctor. You can get your explanation of benefits, all right here on your member site. Previously, I mentioned Teladoc briefly. With the Teladoc, you can get live 24/7 access to a live medical doctor anywhere. This is great, especially for things such as I have a cold, I have pink eye, I have a rash, and you can do all of this without leaving your home, your office, etc. Speak with a doctor, they call in a prescription, you drive over and your prescription is ready to go at your pharmacy. Another thing that we already discussed is Minute Clinic. Minute Clinic are those little convenient care clinics inside of CVS and Target, covered to you, no charge on any of the copay plans. On the HSA plan, you are subject to the deductible still, but it is going to be the most cost-effective place. You're going to have the lowest contracted rate. Next benefit that we're going to talk about, part of your Aetna package. If you enroll in the Aetna program and have not already received an Apple Watch from Aetna, you have the ability to purchase one on Aetna. How this works. Aetna will, so what you do is you're going to go online, you're going to pick your Apple Watch. You could get an Apple Watch completely paid for by Aetna. It depends upon the watch that you pick, the size, the series, etc. What Aetna does then is they split your watch into 24 monthly payments. So they take the price, they divide it by 24. Depending again on the watch that you choose, you could get it absolutely free by meeting your fitness goals. So if you meet your monthly goal, Aetna is going to make a payment on your behalf. If in that given month you do not meet your goal, you are only responsible for that month. You get a chance to start all over the following month. Something that you can take advantage of for yourself and your spouse. Makes great holiday gift, and again, depending upon the watch you choose, it can be absolutely free to you. Another incentive for you guys to get and stay healthy is going to be the PeerFit benefit. PeerFit offers discounts to different gyms. They offer discounts on different classes, even workout clothing and such. So definitely something to look into. The next benefit we're going to talk about is dental. As a reminder, your dental benefit is exactly the same this year as last year. 2 different dental plans to choose from, the DHMO and the PPO plan. If you are enrolled in the DHMO dental plan, you must pick a dentist. You must see the dentist that you are assigned to. You can change the dentist at any point in time, but you must first pick up the phone, call Guardian, and change your dentist. Then you will have a copay for every single covered service. There is no annual maximum. As long as you need care and treatment and it is in the network, you will have a copay. This plan, you get 2 free cleanings a year, and this plan also has orthodontia coverage for both children and adults. Second plan to choose from is going to be the Guardian PPO plan. On this plan, you have a larger network of in-network dentists to choose from, plus you are given the opportunity to go to a dentist that does not participate within the Guardian network. If you choose to go out of the network, you may do so, but you are going to be subject to a higher cost share, meaning it is going to cost you more money. In the network, you have a $2,000 calendar year benefit. What this means is that Guardian will pay $2,000 every single calendar year for you and any of your covered dependents. Calendar year runs January 1st to December 31st. So if you are currently on this plan and you have already exhausted that $2,000 benefit, it will not replenish itself to December 1st. On the flip side, though, if you are newly enrolling in this plan or you have not yet used your calendar year benefit, you will have the entire month of December to use this $2,000, and then it will restart itself again come January 1st. Since Fitnessmith has been offering this plan for a few years, it is quite possible that you have more benefit available to you. It'll never be less than the $2,000, but it is possible to have a larger calendar year benefit. If you went to a dentist and Guardian paid on your behalf no more than $800 for your dental services that year, they're going to reward you and give you $400 towards the next calendar year. If you remained in the network only, Guardian's going to give you an extra $600 for the next calendar year. This is per individual covered. So if I never went to the dentist that year, I'm only going to have the $2,000 benefit. If my spouse went to the dentist and Guardian paid $1,200 for his coverage, he's not going to have the benefit. My children went to the dentist and Guardian only paid $300 for each of my 3 kids. It means each of my 3 children would have an additional benefit the next year. So I just wanted to point that out. It follows the individual, not tied to the entire family. The PPO dental plan only has orthodontia coverage for children, and it's covered at a $1,500 lifetime maximum. So Guardian will pay no more than $1,500 for any orthodontia for your children, not $1,500 now when my child is 8 and then another $1,500 when they are 16. Unfortunately, it is only once in that child's lifetime. Questions about the dental plan?
For the dental plan, I have back experience because last year I go to the dentist, and my question is, if you pay dental plan, why you only go for one office for your cover? Because I have a doctor. It's in Boca. It's a very nice professional doctor from Colombia. And I have a lot of people. Before coming this company, I have that one insurance, and every time I go to my doctor, I never have any problem.
Can I have
The first time when I
what's
go-
your last name real quick?
Flores.
Flores.
Okay, thank you.
He's just looking to see what you have. Which one do you have? The
I'm
DHMO?
pretty sure you have the HMO. That's what I just wanted to make sure.
The one have Antonio too.
That means you
Oh,
have.
no,
to
okay,
pay-
you have the PPO plan. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see whichever dentist you want. You don't have to see just that one dentist. You can go anywhere.
Well, but that's what's
No,
your
he
name?
has a different plan. You don't have the same plan.
No.
This is Luis Flores.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you are on the PPO. You're on this plan. You can go anywhere you want. This one right here. You have in-network and out-of-network.
Okay, that's a surprise with me because what's her name? The lady he working over here to put every information. Well, she told me early one go to that clinic
No,
and he give me the information for that
you
one.
do
anywhere, yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a DHMO, you have to choose.
Right.
Hey,
So
Colleen,
that is
so
the
you're-
biggest difference.
Yeah, so Colleen, you're saying this runs a calendar year, not the December 1 through November
That
30?
is correct. Yes.
So anybody who has, any, unused, services, right, or opportunity can certainly go, even though we're renewing, can go through the end of this year on the existing plan.
You are well. Okay. So yes and no. If they stay on the PPO dental plan, then yes, they have the entire month of December to use the rest of their calendar year maximum. If they move from the PPO to the HMO, it doesn't matter because there is no calendar year maximum.
Okay, yeah. And then if you wanted to, I mean, fundamentally, you could have orthodontia for, you could go back and forth, and if you go from one plan to the other, can you actually maximize the orthodontia on both PPO and the HMO?
Okay, so yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Your DHMO, when you any plan, whenever you have orthodontia coverage, what they're going to do is they're not going to instantly walk in and on day one that your kid gets braces, Guardian isn't going to pay the orthodontist all the money up front. What they're going to do is they're going to split it into 4 payments, 1 payment to that dentist every single 6 months. So if you drop the DHMO coverage and you choose not to go with any dental, then they're not going to make the next payment to that provider. However, what you could do to maximize the orthodontia benefit is take your DHMO. Okay, so my daughter needed braces twice, so I'm going to use her as a real life example. When my oldest daughter was 8 years old, she needed first set of braces, so I could have taken a DHMO plan, kept that DHMO plan for the 2 years that my child was in braces at that point in time, then Guardian would have paid all the money to the orthodontist. I would have been done. Then come about 15 years old, what do you know? My daughter needs braces again. Then I could have enrolled on the PPO plan and then had a $1,500 maximum that Guardian would have paid for her for that set of braces because it's a different benefit.
Okay, got it. Answer the question, okay.
Any others?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's Josh. I just want to give you and everybody on the call just a heads up. We have a follow-up webinar at 8:30 with the Aflac person. So hopefully we're close to finishing this one up. Just want to give you a heads up.
Yep, we're going to be about another 5 minutes, and then we're going to open it up to questions and answers.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, now, regardless of the dental plan that you choose, though, you'll have the ability to take part in the college tuition benefit. This is a program where Guardian will give you 2,000 points, which equates to $2,000 to use towards a qualified dependent's future college education. Couple things to keep in mind. Number one, you have to register on a different website, www.guardian.collegetuitionbenefit.com in order to be enrolled in this program. Second thing to keep in mind is you must enroll a dependent child as your dependent prior to them entering the 11th grade year. You must choose whether or not you want to use that money for a dependent child before they enter the 12th grade year. Dependent children can include your children, stepchildren, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, godchildren. So as long as you have a child's name, date of birth, and address, you can register them as your dependent. Every single dependent child that you enroll also gets an extra 500 bonus points for your bucket. So I highly advise everybody to enroll right now, even if you don't have a dependent to leave it to. You definitely should in the future. So take advantage of it. It's free money out there on the table. Just don't let it pass you by. Next benefit we're going to talk about is the vision benefit. Vision is offered to you through Guardian and uses the Davis Vision Network. You have the ability to go within the Davis Vision Network or go outside of the network if you so choose. You will always get more bang for your buck in the network. You have a copay for the eye exam. Then if during that eye exam it is determined that you need glasses, Guardian is going to pay $130 towards the purchase of your frames. If you choose glasses that cost more than $130, you're going to get a 20% discount off that balance over the $130. However, retail places such as Costco, Walmart, and Sam's, because they're so deeply discounted already, you will not see the additional 20% balance, but you still get that $130 retail allowance. Another thing to keep in mind is that you actually get an extra $50 allowance at VisionWorks. So if you go to VisionWorks for glasses, you're going to have $180 to use towards the purchase of frames. The lenses for those glasses, you're responsible for a $25 copay. That's going to cover the standard single vision, bifocal, trifocal, or lenticular lenses. If you want anti-glare, anti-scratch transition, you are going to be responsible for a larger dollar amount, but you still get the contracted discounted rate for having the insurance. If you choose to get contact lenses instead of glasses, you may do so, and Guardian is going to pay $130 for the contact lenses, and you're going to get a discount of 15% off the balance above the $130, except for at Costco, Walmart, and Sam's. You can get an eye exam every single year, new lenses, either contact lenses or lenses for your glasses every single year, and new frames every other year. Questions about the vision benefit?
Yeah, this is Christian. I have a quick question.
Yes.
When does our previous benefits expire? Because I wear glasses and I gotta get new glasses, and so I'm not sure when I'm able to, when the new benefits kick in or whatnot.
So if you're currently on vision and you're going to keep your vision, this is a calendar year benefit. So you could get it anywhere throughout the end of the calendar year. If you're not in vision currently and you're coming on the vision plan, you have to do it after December 1st. If you're on vision and dropping the vision, you have to do it before December 1st. So it just depends. So
Okay, because
on it and going to keep it anytime.
Okay, I've never used my vision benefits, but when I signed up for it last year, I had already got my glasses before I signed up for the insurance.
Okay.
But I gotta go now because my prescription is getting weaker, so I gotta get a new prescription or whatever. But when it says in network, how do you? Because I go to LensCrafter by my house, and I don't know if you guys work with LensCrafter or is that considered in network?
I believe that they are, but what I would do is just visit guardiananytime.com right up here. And look, it's going to try and take me there. And then you're going to click on Find a Vision Provider, and you're going to look at the Davis Vision Network and just double check. But I do believe, if I am remembering correctly, that LensCrafter is within the network. But just take 2 seconds and look it up before you make an appointment today.
Okay, so the copay regardless is $10, right? Because I usually don't get dilation, but
yes,
so it's $10 copay regardless.
That is correct.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Okay, perfect. Every single employee gets a $10,000 life insurance benefit. Now is the time to review your beneficiary, though. Make sure you're leaving the money to the individual that you intend to leave it to. Last but not least is going to be the Employee Assistance Program. Each and every single member gets a free Employee Assistance Program. It provides you with 24/7 access to a wide variety of online and telephonic supports, including help finding a preschool, help building a budget. Maybe you have immigration questions. Maybe you had a legal question. Maybe you want some help and tips on stress management or eating healthy. Unlimited telephonic help and online help. Also, Guardian does provide you 3 free face-to-face sessions with a licensed counselor. Especially right now, a lot of people are affected by the pandemic and may have lost a loved one. Maybe a child is having difficulties because they're now moving to remote learning and not able to socialize as much and can have an impact on an individual. 3 free face-to-face sessions with a licensed counselor. Last page is going to review the cost per check for each of the plans. Also includes instructions on how you are going to log on and elect your benefits. And then the very, very bottom is the contact information. Again, you have my contact information, Colleen Hernandez, and Debbie Rito in my office. Should you have any questions, you have trouble logging on, please don't hesitate to give us a call. Any new users, so if you have never registered and enrolled in the Employee Navigator benefits, when you visit employeenavigator.com, and the instructions are right here on the back page of the benefit guide we were reviewing, you're going to click Login. You're going to click Register as a new user. You're going to enter your first name, your last name, your company identifier, which is Fitnessmith with a capital F space INC with a capital I. It is case sensitive. PIN is the last 4 digits of your social and your birth date in month, day, and year format. If it says cannot locate user, please give me a call. That means that your information is not matching our information. In the event that you have already registered in the past, you are going to sign in with your username. If you forgot your password, you're going to click right over here, reset a forgotten password, and you're going to be emailed a link directly to reset your password. Once you log into Employee Navigator, you are going to see a screen that looks like this. Good morning, employee. You're going to click on Start Enrollment. Okay, Open Enrollment is here. Let's get going. You're going to review your information here. Save and continue. Up. You have an error, so we have to fix the phone number and email in order to move forward. Next screen, you're going to review your address. You can confirm your dependent, or you can add another dependent. And it's going to take you through all the different medical plan options. You can click on Compare here, and it's going to pull up a side-by-side of all the different benefits and the cost for each of those benefits. These costs here are per pay period. Under the Health Resources section is going to be additional information more than included on the benefits at a glance. You have an SBC for each of the plans, which talks about every single one of the covered services for the plan that you choose. So if you're looking for additional information, it is available here. In order to elect the plan, you're going to click Select and then Save and Continue. If you do not want the plan, what you're going to do is say, do not want this benefit, and choose the reason why. At the very end, you're going to get to the enrollment summary. It says enrollment not complete. That's because I skipped all the other steps. But on the right-hand side of the screen here, it'll tell me what I need to go back and complete because there is a little orange dash. Everything that is satisfactory has a green check mark here. Once I go back and fix the incomplete sections and they have a green check mark, there'll be a little box that says click to sign. You're going to click to sign and you are done and good to go. I need every single person, including those individuals that do not wish to have coverage, to enroll or decline their benefits by Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Your benefits are to begin on December 1st, so it is very imperative that everybody go in and make their elections, because if you don't get your stuff in, you're holding up the entire group, and nobody wants to pay for benefits that they can't use on the date that they begin. So, any questions? Okay, I have my contact information up here, it's just bigger. Hello.
Hi, this is Frank. I'm out in the field. If you can tell me where I can find that, I'm ready to write it down. I'm out in the field, so I'm not looking at the screens you're looking at.
So, I just need you to confirm where you can find what?
The enrollment package that you're reading to us.
Okay. So, Felicia, did you email everybody a copy of the benefits at a glance? Or I believe it was Josh. Josh?
Josh, we have one, Frank, we'll make sure you get it.
Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Send you a copy, electronic copy.
What's that?
I emailed it with the original email for the invite. And of course, I could always re-email it to everybody.
Could you do that again, please, Josh? Please, sir. Just so they have the attachment with this benefits at a glance, and then they can reference it.
Will do.
And with the must be done by, end of day Monday, right?
Well, it's Tuesday by 9 a.m., so it gives them a little bit of extra time in case they can't get it done on Monday.
I would call that end of day Monday, but sure.
I love it.
That means this weekend would be great. Okay.
Okay, so if anybody has questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call. And the individual that has the baby, please don't forget to call me, because I'm gonna we'll talk about your individual situation and we'll make the best decision.
What's your phone number?
It's on here.
It's on there,
It's on here.
Yep. And I'm going to give it to you because I know there's somebody out in the field, and if you had any question right afterwards, it's 954-637-4274.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you all, and don't forget you have the meeting coming up right afterwards. I appreciate your time, and Felicia, Josh, I'm going to be sending out the link with the recording in just a little bit.
Thank you, Colleen.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you, Colleen. Bye-bye.
Bye.